A hand gripped him by the collar and yanked him backward, his feet kicking up dust. Someone wrenched the metal cylinder from his hands, scraping his fingers. With a flick of his wrist, Princeton effortlessly turned the canister toward the encroaching beast and gave it a long, hard spray. The white mist shot forward into the gaping mouth of the reptilian monster. The beast recoiled, whining, scampering back on its insectoid legs. Its top half writhed in fluid spasms while its angular legs jerked around haphazardly. One more pathetic wheeze, and its legs collapsed under it. It twitched in agony, stirring up dust, and finally lay still. Harvard looked on in horror. He'd seen the same sight many times, and it never became any less off-putting. "I let you hold the canisters for 2 quaking seconds, and you let this happen." Princeton snapped him back into reality. I tried," Harvard said. "It came up behind me, and I didn't see it." "Useless piece of garbage," Princeton grumbled, shoving the near-empty canister into Harvard's chest. He didn't protest. He could delude himself, imagining Princeton had been talking about the faulty canister, but he had very little hope that was the case. It was not the first time one of his crew members had easily snatched him from the jaws of death, and if he were being honest with himself, it wouldn't be the last. "Leave him, Princeton," Yale said. The two turned to see the captain of the Ivies approaching with Columbia trailing close behind, faces obscured with dust scarves and goggles. Columbia, as always, remained silent, keeping whatever judgments she was making to herself, and Harvard knew she was making judgments. He wasn't sure which embarrassed him more, that Yale had to come to his aid, or that he didn't have an inkling of what Columbia thought about him. At least Princeton made his opinion on the matter clear. "If that thing tore through him, we'd be fending for ourselves without a vapor canister," Princeton said, a little too comfortable with the prospect of Harvard's death. "Well, it didn't," Yale said matter-of-factly. "And be careful with those. We're running low." "Oh, I'm sorry. Should I have let it eat him?" Princeton retorted. "Just don't use so much." Yale turned their gaze to Harvard. "You okay?" they asked. Harvard nodded, still clutching the canister to his chest like a talisman. Satisfied, Yale turned away. "We've got a long way to go before sunset. Get moving." Harvard looked back again at the corpse of the crab snake. He couldn't help but feel sorry for the thing. Had it been inches away from devouring him? Yes. But still, it didn't deserve such an excruciating death. He didn't know what it felt like to inhale scuttler vapor, but he couldn't imagine it was pleasant. But if the creature wasn't dead, then he would have been. A refined child does not draw attention, his mother had told him. A refined child knows how to handle himself. Harvard had known how to handle himself once. Not anymore.